doing is going over how I use AI in graphic design in a ethically acceptable way. All right. So as you guys know, um, generative AI has taken over. Okay. It has absolutely raided every part of every industry at this point, and especially in the creative industry, it has absolutely been decimated. All right, so we have things like Higgsfield. I've done a few videos on Higgsfield going over their platform, and basically, they are a creative platform that you can replace an entire creative studio with, this one platform. Then you have, Adobe Firefly. This is another creative platform that has a little bit more or a little bit different, some of the same things as Higgsfield, but it's by Adobe. And, you can replace your graphic designer in a lot of ways with this, or you can replace a creative studio in a lot of ways with this. So it's been a lot of different motions being made in when it comes to generative AI and graphic design. And when you have things like ChatGPT, you can basically replace you know, your graphic designer. You can post things like this instead of what a graphic designer would make because these are seen as good enough. These are creations that I have gotten GPT to create for my brand, and I would use these. So you can literally replace a lot of parts of the creative agency with some of these tools. But me as a graphic designer, I still have a job to do. I still have clients that want me to create different things for them. And so with the emergence of this technology, my workflow has changed. All right. So it's not changed drastically. It's only really changed when it comes to planning and ideation, for the most part, but also asset creation. All right. So when it comes to planning, AI helps me to basically get a clear overview out of my brain much quicker than I would have before. Because beforehand, maybe I would have gone in and tried a bunch of things or looked at examples. When it comes to inspiration, AI can handle that at this point in time. It will help you become inspired by creating whatever you're looking to see. So I had a client. This is a real client project. Um, I had a client project that basically they this is what they asked for. So I'm gonna go to this chat. This is literally what they asked for. This is literally what they asked for. So all I did was copy and paste that into ChatGPT. Not because I couldn't see it. I went and looked for this image, but when it came to creating the gorilla behind here, I wanted to have a quick way of seeing that realized, all right, without me having to do it. So I got that. It did exactly what I asked for, and it did it great. It did it phenomenally, if I might say. And so I then proceeded with this project and got it to create an entire um real poster, a finished poster. So I basically took a fork of the image you guys just saw, and um I put it in here with this prompt. Use this as a base, add a black gradient. I basically gave it instructions of what I want to be on this graphic because I'm still, the brain behind it. I'm still the creative director. It's just that I'm giving the direction to ChatGPT instead of another human. So I gave it all of the changes that I wanted, and it went and did it. All right. And so this was the first draft. This is how AI helps me to ideate, because it is now creating visual concepts of what the final flyer can look like. So this was the flyer that we went with, the design that we went with, and we continue to hone that in. I wanted to see the different parts of it. I wanted to see what all assets I would need, and so I got it to do that for me. And then I got it to give me the one asset that I really needed, because all I needed was kind of like this building and then the trees back here, because they didn't want all of this other, cookout stuff. So we didn't use that. And I got this image of the ape. So you may not think this is a good image, but it has just enough of the ape in it for me to be able to use inside of the project. And so I'm going to show you guys the actual project in a second. So all of these, the assets that I got, I really used the original image of the building. So the image that's inside of this one, this image right here, I used this original image. I upscaled it inside of Adobe Firefly, and I didn't change it, because the one thing that I've noticed about, like, when you're using AI to create images is that, they really look like AI images. Like, the details when you zoom in, they really look like AI images. And, that statue at the top may not have been the same, or, different parts of it will look meshed together and things like that. So AI still has that problem, but I did use that original one. So let me see. This was a more final version, but this was what I made inside of Photoshop. So as a graphic designer, I still have the skills to be able to, create stuff. So I created this inside of Photoshop. I made sure that everything was the way that I wanted it to be. And this was just like an ideation. So I wanted to see what a plane that has like a cloud trail coming out behind it would look like on the flyer. So I put that in there. And let me see. All right, it's been downloaded. We're going to go ahead and open this now. All right, so this is the flyer. I'm showing you guys the entire project because I want you guys to know that, this was actually made by hand. This was the final flyer, but, we got all of these different layers, all of this text, textures. I just use AI to be able to help me ideate and figure out what I'm going to create faster. That collapses the time that I spend on a project, because everybody knows when you are getting a flyer design or you're getting a brand design or something like that request, looking for fonts takes forever, and looking for assets takes forever. So if you don't have to do that anymore, that collapses the time. So these are all of the layers, different stuff, all of the text effects. I made them. All ChatGPT did was give me what effects to create. Basically, it gave me the inspiration. I got the ape right here. You guys can see the hand. I got shadows right there on the building. The hand right there. The building is one object as well. So you can see that it doesn't take over the entire process. And I think that's very important. That's the important part about all of this, is that AI should not take over the entire process. Rather, it should enhance you in your process. So, yeah, that's how I use AI in graphic design. I got it to help me ideate. I got it to help me see a couple more planes. And yeah, that was it. So let me know what you guys think about that. Let me show you guys the final flyer one more time. It went from that first one all the way to this one. See? And we ended up having a daytime. Let me see. This was the AI one, and this was the real one. So the real one, AI. Mine is much better.